Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome, and good morning to everyone. First up, guys, if you like what you see today, please feel free to hit that heart icon if you're watching me live today on my Twitch channel. And if you're watching this later back on my YouTube channel, please feel free to like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Today we're playing Kansei, brought to me by the amazing people at Ratalaika Games, ratalaikagames.com. Check them out. Let me just post their link in the chat window on my Twitch channel. Might be a second. The Second Turn, it's called. Kansei, The Second Turn. If you guys remember correctly, and you watched my previous stream many moons ago, Kansei was the first game in this series of games. I'm just going to quickly test my mic real quick, guys. I'm using a new headset today, so just bear with me just for a second, and we'll just see how that turns out. I won't be a second. Okay, all done and tested. Sounds okay. I'm using the Xbox wireless headset. As I said, it's a new headset. It's a replacement headset. My other one bit the dust. So they are the amazing people at EB Games Australia. Replaced it under warranty for me. So I've got a new one today. So I'm hoping it sounds crystal clear. And it's good. Let me tell you what this game's about before we kick into it. Once again, it's brought to me today by the amazing people at Ratalaika Games, ratalaikagames.com. Please, guys, check them out. Amazing people, amazing games, amazing indie games. If you're into indie games, visual novels and stuff like that, please check them out. Suspenseful visual novel sequel to Kansei. As I mentioned before, guys, a teenager with the ability to relive the death of any corpse he touches finds himself tangled in another murder case when the owner of a high-profile corporation dies under mysterious circumstances. This time, however, he is forced to team up with a group of kids with the abilities as strange as his own. Unfortunately, these new teammates might be more dangerous than the killer they're hunting. Everyone has something to hide, and the past never stays hidden for long. Interrogate suspects, explore the house of a wealthy deceased, and unearth the secrets of others while you try to keep your own hidden. The game features a visual novel and adventure gameplay, solve a mystery, stunning Emmy-style artwork, full English voice acting, and original music. The release date is January the 14th, 2022, so it's just been released, guys. Only just been released. And once I said Ratalaika Games sent me this game to stream for all my fabulous viewers. So please, guys, if you like what you see, hit that follow button on my Twitch channel. And if you're watching it later back on my YouTube channel, please, guys, really show support. I really do appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, and it makes me feel good. Thank you. It's a one-player game. It's a gene adventure, simulation, and obviously a visual novel. Publisher is Ratalaika Games, like I said. The game file size was pretty small. I'm reading it off the Nintendo Switch website, so it's a 207 megabyte. I think it's a little bit bigger on the Xbox. Supported languages are Japanese, English, French, German, and Spanish. This game's available for the PS4, the PS5, as I said, the Nintendo Switch, the Xbox One, and the Xbox Series S and X. Once again, guys, I am today playing on the Xbox Series X, using the Xbox wireless headset and an Xbox Tune Squad controller. Hey, Cowboy, welcome to the stream, buddy. Welcome. Cherry Bomb. Welcome, guys. How you doing? Duck Great Dane's in the house as well. We're all in the house. How is everyone going? I hope everyone's going good. Bear with me for a second, guys. You're dieting? I guess you're going crap then. Okay, guys, let's get into this game. As I said, this is the second game in the series. Preferences, let's check that out. Unseen text, speed text. It's okay. I think that's all good. We've got the music room, we've got the gallery. I don't think there's anything in the gallery. You'll probably unlock that stuff later on. Let's start it. Cherry Bomb, I'm still gonna poke you. Danky. This thing's impossible.
A tangram isn't that hard. You're just not thinking about it right.
Oh yeah? So how exactly am I supposed to think about
You need to be more flexible. You should be open to the idea that what looks like one thing might just be a small part of something completely different. The outside shape doesn't always give you a good idea of what's inside.
You mean like how the tiny little sister's in such a huge genius?
Just like that.
Don't miss your tea time. He likes his burgers greasy. Who on earth invented this thing anyway? It's such a weird puzzle.
I think that according to legend, the tangram happened when someone dropped a square tile and it broke into 7 pieces.
What's your goal there, cowboy? What do you like? Do you have like a goal? Like how much weight you want to lose? Like, 5 kilo, 10 kilo, 50 kilo? 50 kilo would be pretty unhealthy though. I'm just wondering.
When he tried to put him back together, he discovered that he could shape it into many different things.
So basically, we're having fun at the expense of some poor guy who broke his tile.
If it weren't for that, wouldn't the tile just be a boring tile like all the other tiles? But because of what happened, it's now a famous puzzle that's been seen across the world. Sometimes, in order to find a greater purpose, you have to be broken first.
Broken, huh? I think I'm happier just being a boring old tile that had no one ever
noticed. I don't think we get the luxury of choosing what happens to us.
Cowboy says, yeah, I need to lose like 40 kilo. I'm down 20 so far. Oh, what? You started last week and you've already lost 20 kilo? The Great Dean says, so it looks like you might be free later on. The Great Dean? Rumsey Clan! You don't think we're going to decide our future?
I never said that. We don't get to decide what happens to us, but we can always decide how to respond to it.
You sure think about a lot of deep stuff for a 14-year-old. I thought girls thought your age was supposed to be doing cute guys and nail polish.
That's a stereotype, and you know it.
Cowboy, I've lost 20 since July. Yeah, it's pretty good, eh? Seeing you don't really do much. Like, do you go out exercising? Or you just eat properly now? Like, do you go for walks? I know you walk your dog, Indy. But do you go, like, you don't hit the gym or you don't have a gym at home, do you? Hit the links! Hit those links, baby! What am I allowed to tease you? Besides, I'm not sure you start thinking about a boy one day. And when that day comes, you better make sure he gets my approval first. I don't want to lose my sister to some punk kid who's no good. The cowboy's just eating properly.
I told you, I'm not interested in
He's not binge eating no more. The Witch is over for the second season. He doesn't sit there and binge eat no more. Cherry Bomb says, dude, I'm going to mindfuck you all. The ocean is a soup. And that, you know what soup it is, Cherry Bomb? It's a fish soup, girl. Fish and lobster soup.
Don't worry. You're not going to lose me anytime soon.
Okay, so what happened then? Okay, so what do I do now? I can control it. I don't know what I'm doing, but... Okay. Oh, where am I? I open my eyes slowly and take in my surroundings. Coffee table, books, computers. Looks like a pretty average apartment. Something feels off, though.
Good morning.
I told you, I know it's a soup, Cherry Bomb. It's a fish and lobster soup, girl. Could put some mussels in it. Maybe some shark. Oh, right. It's not an apartment, it's a prison. All thanks to sticking my nose into murder mystery.
I hope you slept well.
Why do you care? Okay, sits beside me on the... I think it's Aki. Sits beside me on the couch.
You're our guest, after all.
Except for the part where I don't want to be
There's
here.
not much I can do about that. You have to admit it's a lot nicer than police custody, though.
I like how, with this game, the other characters have voiceovers, so all I can concentrate on is my guy's voice. So I can give him any voice he wants. And of course he's got the Great Dane. He's a 21-time major winner. He's got you and your bloody golf. You're still playing Tiger Woods 06, aren't you? I don't see why Detective Guruski thought it was necessary to detain me anyway. I've already solved the murder yesterday. The murderer even confessed.
Can be recanted. It's best to have the most solid case possible in situations like this.
There's damn chalk there, Ditto Dane. Ditto Dane? What about Nakai? He was there. Why not use him?
I'm sure they'll use my brother too, but the fact remains that you're the one who solved the case. That makes you the strongest witness they have.
Air horn. Happy Gilmore. That's the only good golf thing. Happy Gilmore. I roll my eyes. Whatever, that's plenty of painful, obvious evidence at the scene. And you already need me?
You'd be surprised what expensive lawyers are capable of doing. We need the most airtight case possible. Miko might seem like a relaxed guy, but he's thorough.
Miko? You mean Detective Guruski?
Yeah. Miko like Gursky.
Gursky, I gotta remember that. You seem awfully familiar with him.
You think so?
Cowboy doesn't know. The cowboy's got no magic there, Dane. His expressions break through the wire grin. I can only assume the story here that he's not telling me.
Anyway, you should thank me for convincing him to let you stay with us.
Cherry Bomb, he's been missing the hole for many moons, girl. He's been missing that hole for many moons.
With us, you get a nice bed, good food, and...
Yeah, definitely an adult joke in there somewhere, Cherry Bomb.
Aki, I got the coffee.
Oh, crap. They're the same people. Naki opens the door of the apartment, triumphantly holding up a cup of coffee. Coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee. That can be stumbles as he enters, gasping at the air to attempt to catch himself. Hey, she just transformed into a new chick. A young girl with pale skin and white hair. It's the witch's daughter. Well, appears from the hallway and reaches out, calmly lifting the coffee cup from his outstretched hands as he falls forward. She steps to the side and Naku goes crashing to the ground. The Great Dane, the cowboy doesn't miss. 30 feet out, he'll drain it. 30 feet out. It's in a hole. It's been drained. The girl gazes placidly at Naku lying on the floor.
Oh.
Ooh, nice save.
Why do all my streams turn into like dirty talk and kinky talk there, Cherry Bomb? The young girl nods and hands a cup of coffee to me before disappearing into the back into the hallway. Daddy, please.
That's
Who is that? Lemmy. Okay. I saw her yesterday, but she was kind of nodded at me and walked off. Nakia stands and rubs his head ruefully.
That's Lee May for you.
Lee May. Okay, remember that.
She's a quiet child. Quiet
And obviously
child.
twins, they dress the same. One's a
What?
guy, one's a girl. Very hard to tell apart.
Anyway, there's too much going on in her head, so it's a little hard on her to maintain conversations.
I'm saving myself for channel points. It's innocence. What? She's like a genius kid or something? Nakumi Eke exchanged glances.
Not
What did I say?
Exactly. It's a little more complicated than that.
Why don't we talk about it on the way there?
There? Where are we going?
Speak with our client, of course.
It doesn't take long for us to leave the Edgewater. I gaze sleepily out the car window and struggle to sit up straight in my seat. It's still pretty early morning, and the city is only faintly outlined against the pale sky. I take a few sips of my coffee before dozing off completely. Costume stream while playing golf. That'll fuck you up. I got enough points too. I don't even have a golf game. Do I have a golf? I've got it kind of like, there was a game released by Ratalaika Games, ratalaikagames.com. Check it out, guys. It's kind of like a golf game where you hit the golf ball, but you don't get it in the hole. You've got to get it in a hole, but it's like a puzzle game as well. Can't remember what it was called, but it was pretty cool. But it's a golf with a twist, Dane. You might have to check my YouTube channel out, buddy. Check it out. But it's not your normal golf game. I don't miss no hole there, Cherry Bob. I plug every hole up. What? The cityscape outside the car and transferred to a country scene. I vaguely remember passing the big city, but I'm pretty sure I fell asleep after that. Typical. I gaze at the rolling countryside that passes by. All I see is clusters of trees with telephone poles dotting the side of the road. Ake's driving is surprisingly sedated. Considering her personality, I expected a lot more road rage. The Great Dane says, is that why Mermaid Waters is swarming with STDs, for suck's sake? I told you, settle down. You love just randomly mentioning Mermaid Waters and Burley Waters. I think those are the two most parts you love the most about the Gold Coast. Or the only two places you know. You're terrible. I'm gonna start mentioning some crap towns down there too. Parramatta. I had eel. When we went to Parramatta, I had some eel, smoked eel in Parramatta. Aioli for that, but garlic aioli, girl? Oh, chili and garlic aioli. That burn. Yeah, maybe so. It might make me feel a little bit better. You're probably more of a Springbroker. We've got a Springbrook here. Is that what you're talking about? Springbrook's terrible. I feel like I was creeping down at an incredible slow pace. I guess this is why we had to leave early. At least I get to sit in the front. Glancing in the back seat, I see Neko dozing, his head resting on his chest. Limai is awake, but she's staring blankly out the window.
You're awake. Did you enjoy your sleep?
You have variety. You're probably just Googling this shit right now, a map of Gold Coast, and just randomly selecting these places just to mess with my mind. The Great Dane is in the house, guys, and he is pissed off as usual. No, not particularly. This seat's feeling lumpy, and now my neck hurts. Ake laughs and shakes her head.
At least you're on.
Sorry,
it.
guys, there's some crazy guys in the stream today.
Shot?
Those that are interested in the game and just want to hear the gameplay, I'm very apologize in advance for these crazy people in the stream just randomly saying stupid words. Like the Great Dane now. Oh, you didn't sit in the right lane doing 60 and 80 zone? I end up overtaking 100 plus cars. The cowboy. There goes the neighborhood. Just cruising at the speed limit. They're idiots today, guys. They're completely idiots. They've been drinking this early in the morning. No, it's not your fault. It'll kick in soon enough. I look out the window again, trying to focus on the scenery. It looks like we're far away from the city by now. Any reason we had to leave so
We have
early?
a long way to go to meet with our client, and he's the sort of guy who will get very fussy if we're late.
Cherry Bomb, you're all ready. The Great Dane says, oh, it's a wonderful day here on the Gold Coast Highway. Let's drive to Miss Daisy. Just drive like Miss Daisy, amateurs. And your Cadillac there, Dane. I can just picture you in your Cadillac listening to Miss Daisy. Cowboy in the back seat with his cowboy hat on. His rainbow corduroys. And his singlet see-through dotted shirt. I can just picture that right now. Where are we going anyway? What are we supposed to be doing? Who's the client we're talking about? Wait, you still were going to tell about Limai, didn't
You're
you?
overflowing with questions. I suppose I can't blame you.
Oh, we're all doomed now. We're all doomed, Cherry Bomb.
You're not the only one with questions, though. In fact, you're a pretty big question mark yourself. Let's make a deal, shall we? You ask a question, then I ask a question. We'll trade answers.
I guess that works. Okay, let's have a look. What should I ask? Who are you people anyway? Where are we going? Oh, I'll do this one. Who are you people anyway? Cherry Bomb says, I'm a rebel. Let's have some fun. Dane's down for some fun. The cowboy's probably asleep. You work for a high-profile corporations like Auto Engineering. They please seem to be trust you almost unconditionally. But you just look like a bunch of kids. Ake bursts out laughing.
You're a kid too, aren't you?
Yeah,
We're
well...
a special investigation agency. Our work isn't always as exciting as corporate espionage and murder. More often than not, we're just snapping photos of cheating lovers.
The cowboy, I'm going to head off. Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 2 ain't going to watch itself. I've watched that movie many, many moons of times and times and moons and moons and moons of times. It's all the Harry Potter. I watched the Harry Potter, 20th anniversary special that was on TV. That was pretty cool too. that Malfoy fella, the guy that plays Malfoy, I think his name's Tom, I'm not too sure. He's a character. Like in real life, he's quite a character. I like him. In the movies, I totally hated him. But in the actual real life, he's quite a character. And Ron, what's his name? Rupert Grint, or what his name is in the real life? Man, he doesn't comb his hair at all, does he? It looks like he needs a wash. Harry looks pretty cool. Good old Daniel. He's played some good movies lately. Tea time at 2.
As for why the police trust
And
us,
Hermione.
that's sort of a weird
Hermione
story.
Granger. She
That's
looks
for
fine
another
as
question,
always.
though.
What's her name? Emma Watson, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's Emma Watson.
Okay, my turn.
Enjoy your movie, Cowboy. Thanks for
What's
coming
your
past,
name?
buddy. I was hoping you wouldn't ask
You
that.
do realize how suspicious it makes you look when you hide it, right?
It's
Things
complicated.
are only as complicated as you want them to be, but I respect your privacy.
The girl who inserts her thoughts into my head wherever she wants respect for my privacy.
We're
I've
going
got
to have to call you something.
ironic.
Is Kongai okay?
Kandai. See, to me, this is Kenji. Kenjai. Kanjai? I'm going to say Kanjai because I can't pronounce these words, so I'll just say eventually it will just come back to Kanjai anyway.
Roughly translated, it means strong emotions. It's sort of a play on Kansei.
Kansei, the second coming. Is that supposed to
We
mean
call the
something to
ability
me?
to feel other people's emotions Kansei. It's like a super sensitivity.
The Dane. Hit me later, Marbs. Have a great one. Okay.
Since you have a type of Kansei,
Thanks for popping past,
we can
Dane,
call you
buddy.
Kongai.
Thank you for the lurk.
Guy.
Thank you for the lurk and jerk.
Get it?
Yes, but it's
I never
stupid.
claimed to be good at picking names.
Try to think of something else,
I'll see what I
please.
can do.
I lean back in my seat and adjust myself, attempt to get comfortable. Is there any reason your car is so
Is
tiny?
that your next question?
No, I'm just saying, there's not much space. Not much space
You
here.
may never complained about it.
Yeah, well, Limmy is tiny. Oh yeah, what's the deal with her
Now
anyway?
that's definitely a new question.
Right. Okay, where are we going? So what's the deal with Limai? What do you have to do with the police to trust you? I'm gonna do this one. So what's the deal with Limai anyway? Earlier you said there was a lot of going on in
All
her
of us
head.
have a sort of Kansei like you do. We can all sense thoughts and feelings to some extent. Li Mei's
And?
Kansei is probably the purest form of them all. She experiences the emotions of everyone around her. Everyone.
Everyone?
If you're happy, she's happy. If you're sad, she's sad. Everyone else's emotions are constantly streaming into her mind. She has to spend a lot of her energy sorting out which feelings are hers and which aren't.
I turn to look at Limai. Her eyes are open and her body is unmoving as she stares straight out the car window. Her mind must be a mess. I wonder if she could feel my pity for her. Can she even tell that it's me? Or is it all mixed up inside of her? Oh man, should I even be feeling this way? If she can't sense it, it's probably really damaging to her and I'm feeling it bad for her. I don't want her to think that I think that he's a poor little kid or something. I desperately try to conjure up another emotion to squish my current mood, but my mind is completely blank. For a brief moment, Limai glances at me from the corner of her eye. She nods slowly, almost imperceptibly. But I think she's trying to tell me she's okay.
Alright,
Sorry guys, I
next
just got a text.
question. Where are you from anyway?
Just gotta quickly see if we're... Sorry guys. It's getting another text everywhere, so I'm gonna ignore that. Los
I'd rather
Angeles.
you don't lie
LA,
about
baby.
it.
What?
Nico told me about it. Yesterday you told him that you were from LA, but when he asked you about precincts, you didn't correct him. In Los Angeles, police work districts, not precincts. I'm surprised he didn't cuff you on the spot for lying to him. Actually, no I'm not.
I turn my gaze back to the scenery outside, unsure on how to answer Detective Gursky. I know it's from his name, guys, but I'm going to Gursky. Knew I was lying yesterday. Why did he let me get away with it? Did he recognize me? I don't remember him, though. I've been living in Los Angeles the past 3 years. Isn't that good
And
enough?
before that?
Only one question at a time, remember? Okay, raises their
Of course.
eyebrows.
Go ahead.
Raising an eyebrow, sorry. What did you have to get what to do to get the police to
He
trust you?
stopped the assassination of a visiting dignitary.
You what?
Everyone makes a big deal about it, but it was sort of a fluke. Naoki was trailing a businessman and secretary who were putting in extra hours at an expensive hotel.
And?
He saw the assassin, thought it was suspicious, and called me in.
Sorry guys, just trying to get rid of this text and stop annoying me. It keeps going off.
We intercepted the
I do
assassin,
apologize.
saved the day, and apparently that makes
Back
us
into it.
trustworthy heroes.
Seriously? You forgive me for that. I find that hard to believe. A story like that is ridiculous.
So, you're the boy with a Kansei that allows you to experience the final moments of any dead body you touch. You should be used to the ridiculous by now.
I guess she has a point there. It still doesn't sound like a real story.
My
though.
turn now.
Aki
Where
grins.
did you live before Los Angeles?
Somehow I knew we were going to ask
Oh,
that.
am I really that predictable? Not going to answer.
Edgewater. I used to live here in Edgewater. Okay, sounds surprised.
I suppose that makes sense. We've only been here for 2 years.
She glances at me at the corner of her eye. I'm sure she wants to ask more, but for once, she doesn't press the issue.
Well, I guess that was my question. Your turn.
Well, got one left. Where are we
A small
going?
estate out in the countryside. It belongs to one Mr. William Otten.
Utton? As in Utton
Got
Engineering?
it in one.
So he's the guy who hired you to track Sarah Blackmore because she was stealing information from him?
Well, until she was murdered, that is.
Yeah, there's
I
that.
reported to him yesterday about what happened.
You mean about how Mrs. Burstenstorm hired
That
Sarah to
and
steal
the
from
fact
him?
that Miss Bergstrom claimed a third party was also interested in the information.
Bergstrom. Sorry, guys.
He didn't sound too happy about that, so he ordered us to come see him today and give a full report in person.
Wow, that's a little
I
demanding.
can't blame him. His entire company's at stake here. I hope you don't mind coming with us. Since you were there yesterday, it seems only natural to bring you along.
Yeah, I get it. I'm sure the real person who's talking me along is because she promised Detective Gruski that she'd keep an eye on me. But I guess I don't mind taking this Autumn guy. Autumn? I can't remember now. It's not like I had any plans for today anyway, as it might be interesting to see the house of the millionaire. Why does Mr. Autumn live so far away anyway? Considering that his company is in the middle of Edgewater, wouldn't it be more sense not to live in the gazillion miles from
Who
the
knows?
place?
Word is
Gazillion
that he
miles?
really hates the city. His assistant said that he rarely leaves his house, conducting most meetings via satellite.
Weird. His entire company is built on cutting-edge technology, but he doesn't want to live around a couple stoplights? Aki
Rich people are
strokes.
eccentric. Comes with a job description, I think.
Sounds more like paranormal
It
to
is.
me.
You missed it.
I jump a little as Mike speaks from the back seat. She's been silent for so long, I always forgot she was there. Nimai is pointing to us at a small side road that we just passed. Aki dog. Whoa. Just does a burnout. Aki gives the steering wheel a tight spin. The car's tires screech as the car spins in the road.
Ow!
Whoa! Sorry, don't worry. I read someone else's text then. Sorry, guys. Neki jerks awake and his head bumps against the window as he used for a headrest.
Sorry, missed a turn.
He rubs his
Yeah,
head slowly.
I noticed. I guess we're almost there.
Yep, just a few minutes now. Anyway, what were we talking about? Right, Mr. Otten. He's one of those self-made men you hear about all the time, built Otten Engineering himself from the ground up. But he's also ridiculously secretive. No interviews, hardly any TV appearances. His assistant, Sophia Millerson, does most of that.
The car slows his stop when he approaches Mr. Auden's house. I squint at the window to get a better look at it. It looks like a very expensive, very pretty box. Kind of small for a rich guy, though.
This is
This
it.
is it? But it looks like someone just glued some fancy doors and windows onto a huge box.
Yeah, it kind of does. I guess since he always stays inside, he doesn't care what it looks like on the outside.
Aki kicks open the door and leaps out. The front doors of the house swing open slightly, and a strict-looking woman approaches
Are
us.
you the representatives from the agency?
Yep, I'm Aki Mizutani. You must be Sophia Millerson. We spoke on
Aki.
the phone.
Aki thrusts her hand out, but the woman merely raises a skeptical eyebrow.
Not exactly what I pictured.
Looking at Aki's wrinkled shirt and dusty pants, I can see where she might be at a little thrown
Being a
off.
private investigator involves having an appearance that doesn't stand out, ma'am.
Truly.
The woman places her hands on her hips and sighs reluctantly.
Well, come in. Mr. Otten seems unusually eager to speak with you.
Aki kicks the door shut and motions for us to follow her. I climb out and stumble at the moment of my knees buckle underneath my weight. Ah, my legs are cramped from sitting in that car for so long. Sophia watches me impassively. She doesn't look impressed. Naku comes stumbling out of the car after me. We both do our best not to look like a pair of goldfish. We've been bumped unceremoniously out of our
Are
bowl.
these your associates?
If she was unimpressed before, she's plain worried now. I can't say I
They
blame
are.
her. Okay, he steps aside and Naku and Limi approaches
This is Lee May,
Sophia.
and this is my brother Naoki.
Naki. Limi glides on Sophia like a swan and offers her a polite bow.
And he is?
Sophia points at me. Aki stares at me, and a hint of panic shows in her eyes. I already made it clear that I don't intend to give my name away, but I guess that puts her in a somewhat difficult
that would
situation.
be Kangai.
Kangai! What? Kangai, she's really going to stick with that weird name?
Kangai? Unusual.
I turn to Aki and make a face, but Sophia either doesn't notice or care. Aki shrugs,
Sorry,
apologetically.
it's the best I could do on short notice. You should have given me something to work with.
I suddenly regretting not telling her my name was Fred or something. I guess it's better than nothing. Oh shit, what was that? That scared the crap out of me. Sorry guys, I apologize. As we follow Sophia to the house, I see a brief flash of red light. What's that light?
It's a retina detector.
Sophia indicates a small camera set in the door frame
The
when we
house
pass
takes a
through.
shot of the eyes of anyone who passes through. It's useful for identification purposes. There are other sensors around the house that also capture your retina image. The house can remember your preferences and adjust things like lighting and temperature as soon as you enter the room.
How cool's that? Whoa! That's more than a little bit creepy. Hey, Boo Rad! Welcome to the stream, buddy. Welcome. This game's a visual novel game. It's brought to me today by Ratalaika Games. How you doing? Thank you for popping by. Just realized that my category is not on, so gonna save that up. It's not saving. Damn Twitch on your mobile phone just. Let's go Kansei, the second coming. Second turn, sorry, not second coming. Second turn, the second turn HD. As I said, it's a visual novel game. This guy they've got little special powers, kind of, he can remember something, like he can touch a dead body and find out their final things before they died. As I said, it's a visual novel, it's like a murder mystery kind of thing as well. But, thanks for popping past the stream, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. Sea of Thieves, eh? But I thought Mr. Otten lived out here because he didn't like technology.
Mr. Otten lives here because he enjoys the peace and quiet being away from the city affords him. This house, however, has the most cutting-edge security possible, including quite a few innovations not yet available on the market.
Fun. I'm sure the house is already looking at my dental records.
No, please don't dawdle. Mr. Otten's other guest
Heck
is
yeah, it looks
already
pretty
here
nifty.
waiting for you.
Yeah, it's pretty, like the visual art in the background and stuff like that, like it's quite pretty to look at. It's not obviously it's not for everyone. Visual novel games are just not not for everyone. But the sponsor sent it to me today, so I'm playing it for everyone to watch. There's a lot of people that enjoy it. I'm starting to grow on them actually. I've never been into visual novels myself, but I've done quite a few streams of them now. So you get some really good ones. You occasionally get the bad one, but most of them have been pretty good. And sometimes just sitting back, relaxing, and playing a game is a little bit of a change up from playing a horror game or a shooter. It's a little bit different. Gotta have variety in your game.
Other guests?
As we enter the house, I see an outline of a man standing at the farther end of the room, inspecting a scroll on the wall.
Oh no.
Oh, great. I should have known you'd be here.
Nico, to what do we owe the pleasure?
Okay, doesn't bother to disguise the sarcasm in her voice.
Detective Gursky played a major role in the apprehension of the murderer yesterday. It's only natural that he'd be invited back here by Mr. Autumn.
Yeah, I was actually there, unlike some people.
This guy's pissed, eh? Detective Gursky looks pointed at Ake, but she just gazes coolly back at him. Sophia ignores the chill in the air between them and nods.
Please make yourselves comfortable. Mr. Autumn is finishing up on a conference call. He'll see you once it's finished.
Ooh, can we explore the house?
If you wish. The house currently logs you all as guests, so any doors you are authorized to pass through will open automatically.
The house is like a technology bombshell. Ake takes her brother's hand and gives in a quick
Let's
tug.
go.
Okay.
Akira trails after her, looking unsure. At the far end of the room, Detective Gursky rolls his eyes. Sophia turns her head and narrowly staircase, presuming to do something important. The room is silent now. I swallow, trying hard not to make a sound. Detective Gursky turns to inspect the fountain in the middle of the room with a fresh interest. Unfortunately, he looks more annoyed than interested. Limbai stands silently in the corner of the room, staring off at nothing in particular. There is something about her that bothers me, but I can't figure it out what it is. Her still body and distant gaze remind me of the corpse I've seen, but even a dead body doesn't give me an easy feeling. She does. Akai said she feels more emotions of everyone, but it looks like to me she doesn't feel any emotions at all. Before I could think of more, the front door slides open to reveal a young woman with slightly upkept hair standing on the other side.
I'm so sorry I'm late. I got lost on the way here. Do you know how easy it is to miss that turn to get here?
What? The woman looks up at me unexpectedly. I wonder if Sophia knows there's a visitor. Should I go upstairs and tell her?
You must be Liam Otten. I've heard so much about you.
What? Liam? I thought Aki and Mr. Autumn's name was William. She smiles and holds her hand out. I give it a quick shake before stepping aside to let her in. Yeah, I'm
It's
not.
okay. I'm not here to talk about all those rumors. Rich people always get the worst of it, don't they?
She walks around the perimeter of the room, examining everything
And
quickly
even
with
if
her
they
eyes.
are true, you're free to do what you want with your life. No one should judge you for your choices, right?
I don't think.
Oh, right. Marissa Klein from Modern Trends. I'm here for the interview. Did your uncle not tell you about it?
She flits around the room again, stopping to inspect the bamboo that stands like a guard of the hallway.
Really? Is it real?
I honestly have no idea. She looks at the notes of Detective Gursky for the first time.
Hello?
She rushes up to him and holds out her hand.
Yes, I heard.
Marissa nibbles at the edge of her fingernails,
Oh,
cowed.
good. So we can skip the formalities and just chat?
Is she flirting with him? I'm not sure I want to watch this.
I'm afraid I'm only here for business, ma'am.
She gives him a gentle push.
Oh, don't call me that. It makes me feel so old. Or are you supposed to be all formal with me because you work here?
I don't work here.
Marissa's eyes grow wide.
Aghast? Even more interesting.
She points to the fountain that Gursky is
Are you
looking
an
at.
art fan?
She reaches out and touches the dragon cord around the glass
Please
sphere.
refrain from touching the art.
Marissa freezes as Sophia appears at the bottom of the
Miss
staircase.
Klein, I presume.
Yep, sorry I'm...
You're 2 hours late. Mr. Otten has other business to attend to now.
Hang on! I called and said I'd be late, though.
I don't recall receiving such a call.
Marissa turns to me and grabs me by the
Tell her?
shoulders. What's going on?
You're the
Tell
one
her
who
what?
answered the phone when I called. Why didn't you tell her?
I just got here. I have no idea what you're talking about. Why is everything somehow my fault? Marissa blinks and releases her grip
Wait.
on me.
What's your name?
Kangai. I choke as I spit out my name. It sounds even dumber than the Akai
Oh my
says it.
goodness, I'm so sorry. I thought you were Liam Otten.
Yes, I gathered
Miss
as
Klein,
much.
you may have called ahead, but the fact remains that you are very late, and Mr. Otten has a strict schedule.
Wait, this is my first major interview. Is there any way I can squeeze it in today?
Sophia
Come with
signs.
me.
No, thank you.
Marissa skittles up the stairs after Sophia. Detective Gucci's eye moves, a quizzed look on his face. Kangai? Yeah, what of
Did
it?
Aki pick that name for you?
Is it that obvious?
She's notoriously bad at naming things. When she was a girl, she had a cat that was born with only a stub for a tail. She named the cat Stubtail.
Great. I guess I should be grateful I didn't get saddled with a name like Kid Who Talks to Dead People.
I'm sorry you're stuck with those kids right now. If I had my way, I wouldn't group you in with them.
What are you talking
They all
about?
belong to the government. You know that, right?
Wait, what?
Go. Are you gossiping about me again?
Aka enters the hallway and slaps Deriski on the
I'd
back.
rather you don't feed our friend Kangai here any misinformation.
Well, I haven't lied to him if that's what you mean.
Mr. Otten will see you now.
Sophia descends the staircase with Marissa clinging to toe. Sophia looks even more annoyed than usual. Marissa smiles, but it looks forced. Did you get your interview?
Of course. It'll be a winner, so be sure to look out for it.
She points her pen at me and jerks it back like a gum. Somehow, I doubt her article will win very
Hey,
much.
Sophie, you don't mind if I have a look around, interview the staff, and other nonsense, right?
It seems to be taking all of us. Mrs. Miller's strength, not to strangle
Please
Marissa.
make it quick.
Right out.
Marissa salutes and heads off down the
Shall we
hallway.
get going?
Sophia waits patiently for us to follow her. The five of us file up the stairs and follow her down the hallway to the glass door. Sophia knocks on it twice.
Mr. Otten, the investigators you requested are here.
A small burst of static pops from the speaker on the wall, and Mr. Otten's voice emulates from the tiny box. A camera descends from the ceiling and pans slowly across us before coming to a stop in front of me. The lens adjusts and focuses me. Suddenly, a burst of static.
Go away. Get out.
What?
Get him out.
Everyone turns around to stare
What'd
at
you do?
I didn't do anything. Stop blaming me for everything bad that happens. Mr. Otten's voice crackles over the speaker
Get
again.
rid of him.
I'll take care of it right away, sir.
Sophia
Please
turns
follow
towards
me
me.
this way, Kangai.
Obviously, he knows my powers. When people die, I know what their last moments were before they die. But I didn't do
Please
anything.
follow me this way, Kangai.
Sophia repeats her request, but her voice sounds much more tense. Fine, I'm coming. I follow Sophia down the winding
I
staircase.
apologize for Mr. Otten's sudden outburst. He's prone to unnatural mood swings based on unidentified provocation.
She sounds like more she's giving a press
We
release
can
than an
proceed with
apology.
your discussion after he is less agitated.
You're not kicking me out?
Mr. Otten called for you. Once he settles down, he'll want to speak with you again. Until then, please make yourself at home while I go to work out the details of this visit with your associates.
She turns her head back at the staircase without waiting for a response from me. I collapsed on the stone bench with a sigh. I really can't take a break, can
Are
I?
you okay?
Ake has followed me down the stairs. She looks concerned. No worries, I'm fine. After all, crazy old man yell at me all the time. She smiles, and I think a small giggle escapes her lips. At least she is
Sorry
amused.
about that.
It's hardly your fault. No need to
Just
apologize.
sympathizing with you.
Right. The part of Kansei, or you're just trying to be
What do you
nice.
think?
It's no good. Mr. Otten's refusing to come out.
Nake and Lee might join us in front of the
Gerstie's
hallway.
still up there trying to talk to him, but he won't listen to reason.
Any idea what's
No,
going on up
I
there?
can't think of anything I've read that's like this.
I don't know what you did, but you've got Mr. Otten bunkered up and they're pretty good.
I didn't do anything. You saw
Yeah,
me.
I saw. It doesn't make any sense, though. He seemed pretty insistent about talking with us today. Lee Mei, what do you think?
Aki turns to the young girl. Lee Mei closes her eyes. It almost looks like she's ready to drift off to
He's
sleep.
scared.
Yeah, we figured that much out already. Anything else? What about when he first reacted?
She inhales and lets out a tiny
I
breath.
was not surprised.
Not surprised. That's strange. Doesn't mean he expected to see me, but if that were the case, my thoughts are interrupted by a new voice.
Whoa. Hey.
Whoa, who's this
I
dude?
didn't know we were having guests today.
A young man, probably in his teens or early 20s, is staring at us from the hallway. His gaze passes over me, Aki, and Niku before resting on me.
Way to go.
He gives me the thumbs up.
I don't
Wow.
know how you managed to get 3 at once. That's a pretty sweet haul of chicks, man.
He thinks the other guy's a chick, but it's a twin. Who, them?
I'm a guy.
Aki holds back the snicker.
Crap.
He shrugs and regains his composure quickly.
Oh well, I've seen worse.
What's that supposed to mean?
Let's see. A bunch of people hanging out in the lobby for no reason. That's an easy one. Uncle called you out here, and now he's having a hissy fit and making you wait. Am I right?
Got it in one. And you must be Liam Otten.
This guy's Liam Orton. I guess I can see that Marissa mistook him for me. We all look like we could pass for brothers. I feel a little insulted that she escorted me up the scare with this guy though. Everything about him screams slacker. He doesn't look like he's had a hard day in his life.
I'm Liam, alright? But who are you? You definitely don't look like business partners. Uncle's not the kind of guy who lets just anyone enter. He's all crazy paranoid that way.
If he's as paranoid as you say, why are you here?
Aki ignores Liam's question and counters him with his own. Liam shrugs.
I'm family. It's not like he's got a choice.
Despite his casual air, I detect a hint of smuggles around him. He probably enjoys feeling like he's above us. I know this guy for about 10 seconds and already ticks me off. Nakura looks at he agrees with me, but it's clear he's trying to hide his feelings. Aki, on the other hand, doesn't seem bothered
so
at
you're
all.
Visiting your uncle today?
No, I live here.
He looks a little hurt that she assumed otherwise.
Really? That's even cooler. Must be kind of boring for you, though.
Huh?
I was looking around earlier and nearly all the doors are locked.
His wounded expression quickly transformed into one of pride.
That's because you're a visitor. You don't get many access privileges. I'm allowed in, like, every room in the house.
Like? So, not all of them.
Aki's eyebrows shoot up. She definitely looks interested.
Yeah, well...
Liam looks at the
There's
side
like
and
a lock on
mumbles.
his office and the security room. Those rooms are pointless anyway.
Oh, well, if that's all.
Aki shrugs casually, and Liam relaxes his shoulders. I glance at Nakai. He's staring at some invisible point on the ground, trying his best not to be in this conversation. Aki leans towards Liam and tilts her head as he whispers in his ear.
Can I ask you a question?
Her voice is suddenly quiet. Conspiration almost.
Yeah, I guess so.
Aki watches Liam's expression carefully as he changes from
I
uncertainty to
don't
curiosity.
suppose I could ask you for a favor.
What?
He's caught off guard by the
Well,
request.
seeing as your uncle seems to be hanging us both out to dry, maybe we could at least spend the time doing something interesting.
Like,
I don't know. Maybe you could show me around. We could poke around your uncle's precious privacy while he's busy being difficult.
Liam smirks.
I guess I've got nothing better to do with my time. Sure, why not?
He curls his arm around Aka's waist and guides it towards the hallway.
Aki.
Split up and
Aki!
explore what you can. Something about this doesn't settle well with me at all, and we might not get another chance.
Obviously, she's like telepathic there. That's her gift, I guess. I really wish we wouldn't do that. I'm surprised every time she uses her brain voice or Kansei or whatever. She always like that.
Aki has a way with people. She's persuasive.
Persuasive, I see. No offense, but was a rather entirely valid by the manipulation there?
She
Oh,
uses
fall
her
for it?
Kansei to push someone's thoughts in the direction she wants.
So
Nothing
mind
that
control.
powerful, just subtle suggestions, like a whisper in the back of your mind.
I hope she doesn't intend to use it on me. Huh?
Whereas with
What do you
Kansei,
mean?
I'm more sensitive. You'd know it's her voice.
To us, it sounds like she's speaking directly, but normal people only feel like they've just had a random impulse.
Nake gazes at the floor and kicks aside some imaginary dust on the side of his foot. What?
Nothing. We should probably get going. I'd rather not split up if we don't have to. I don't do well exploring new places.
You're not even leaving the house. How bad could it be?
Well, I got stuck in an elevator once because I couldn't figure out how to get it to go to another floor.
It's true.
Liam nods, her head in confirmation. I don't even want to think about the managed to accomplish that. Okay, alright, what should we do? We're going to just go already. Let's all go together. Let's all go together. Let's have a
Is
party.
it really okay?
Sure, why not? As long as we learn something, I'm
Is
sure
that
Ake won't
with you,
care.
Ime?
It's fine.
She's very got a funny voice. Like it's fine. Doesn't say much. The three of us walked in the hallway together. Nake hangs behind Lee Mai, and he seems uncertain. I thought we were all going to do this together, or
I'm coming.
you were not coming. Nakia hurries to catch up with us. There's nothing to be
That's
afraid
easy
of,
for
man.
You to say. I'm not like you.
The expression changes Lemi's eyes briefly as she just recalls something that has hoped to forget. So you're nervous? No big deal.
Yeah. No big deal.
The hallway stretches out with the doors on either side. Behind the glass at the end, the staircase leans downwards to the parts unknown. So where do you want to go? Where do you want to? Sorry, blah 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 blah. So where do you two want to start? Maybe we should start at the end of the hall or
Anything
work
but
bit.
the stairs.
Let's take the stairs.
Let's take the stairs. Nikkei and Lee Mai speak at the same time before they both fall silent. Nikkei looks nervous as usual. Lee Mai looks moody. For some reason, they seem to be experimenting to make me a decision. Admittedly, the stairs aren't the most inviting thing about this place, but just because they're out of the way doesn't mean they ain't scary.
Where should we go?
So, didn't I ask that? Then that's why I'm the one to have to decide now. Okay, so we decide. This place is eventually, so let's go the last door on the right, or take the last door on the left, let's take the staircase. Let's just do that one, the top one. Let's go for the last door on the right.
Sounds good to me.
Even though Limi doesn't say anything, it seems like she's disappointed. Oh, there's that sound again. That just goes straight through you, doesn't it? As soon as I step in the room, I regret my choice.
Oh, Kanai.
That's an
Hello
eye
again.
scanner, isn't it? Marissa Klein stands up from the couch as this person rushes towards me as we're old friends.
I'm so sorry about before. No hard feelings, right?
Yeah, sure. Marissa's eyes grow wide at the sight of me,
Oh
mate.
my! Aren't you adorable?
She leans down to expect Lime's face. Lime stares back at Marissa calmly as she conducts hers.
You're a precocious child.
She turns to me and fake smile
Is she
places
your
on her
little
face.
sister?
No,
Oh, that's too bad. You make a wonderful older brother.
If you say so. Marissa straightens up and takes a few steps back, as she admired the three of us.
Are the three of you Liam's friends?
No, we're just here to talk to Mr. Autumn about things.
What kind of things?
Marissa's eyes light up with a burning curiosity. I suddenly feel uncomfortable sharing any information with her. Just things, it's nothing.
You can tell me. I promise I won't tell anyone.
She winks and places a finger on her lips as if to prove that she won't speak about whatever secrets we might divulge. It's really nothing, something we could talk about.
Don't be silly. You can talk about anything with me. It's not about Liam, is it?
You know what? We're done here. I'm really not interested in continuing a conversation with such a shallow and annoying person. I turn my head to the door without bothering to wait for Marissa to respond. Nemo follows without objection, but Magoo glances worried over his face shoulders as he follows us out.
What was that all about?
It's nothing.
That definitely wasn't nothing. You lashed out at her for no reason.
Hey, I had a reason. She annoyed me. She's a reporter, get it? She's not interested in us, just the story. She's just a two-faced liar. Nakura signs.
Lots of people lie, though. Especially the people we have to deal with. That's not really an excuse to be unkind.
He looks disappointed.
We have to be better than this.
Romantic idea, but that doesn't cut it too well in the real world. Anyway, whatever.
Well, should we keep exploring the house?
Yeah, let's go. Oh, what's that?
Are you okay?
I don't feel so good.
Happening.
What's going on?
I feel my stomach turning. The man looks ill, too.
Scared.
Please don't.
He's scared.
Who? Con guy?
I clutch at my stomach. Everything feels so light. It's Mr. Autumn. I race down the hallway, still clutching at my stomach. Mr. Autumn! I stumble up the staircase, barely stopping my breath as I head towards Mr. Autumn's office. Nakuri chases after me, stopping short at the top of the stairs. Something's wrong with Mr. Autumn. I rush to the door and pound on it fanatically. Mr. Autumn! Mr. Autumn! Gruski grabs me by the shoulders and pulls me away from the door. Let me in, there's something wrong.
Kid, calm down.
I feel like I'm about to throw up, but I doubt Detective Gruski would appreciate that. He's not okay. Gruski scares at me for a moment. He looks torn. I can't tell he's exactly ready to trust me yet, but I think it almost feels like something is wrong. Finally, he turns to Sophia.
Has been unusually quiet for a while. Are you sure everything is okay? Is there any way we can force ourselves in?
Sophia doesn't look pleased by his request.
Unorthodox. I don't think Mr. Alton would be pleased.
I think he'd be even less pleased if he needed medical attention and we didn't get it to him.
Sophia
Very
signs
well.
and nods.
The only way to open the office without express permission is to reset the security system.
And how exactly does one do that?
Someone needs to reboot the system manually, then someone else has to enter the restart code within 10 seconds of the system being rebooted.
Sounds complicated.
It's meant to provide maximum security for Mr. Alton. I'm the only one here who knows the code, so someone else will have to go to the basement to reset the power. The basement door is usually locked to visitors, but I can unlock it from here.
Detective Gruski glances over my shoulder.
Naoki, go reset it.
What? Why me?
Somehow I got a feeling Naoki says that a lot. He doesn't seem very enthusiastic about going down there. Why don't I go there instead? Yeah, why not? I know how to flip a few switches.
He could do it.
Sure,
Detective
why
Grushi
not?
shrugs.
Alright, the reboot process is fairly simple. Just flip all the switches off, then on. Then push the reset button.
Okay. I head down the stairs and back down the staircase. The door opens for me without any resistance. The basement is piled up high with wooden crates and dusty boxes. I wonder what Mr. Oliver's keeping in there. The switch box is on a far wall. I pry it open and it opens up with a rusty squeal. Inside is Sophia's squad. I quickly flip the switches according to her instructions and the lights switch off, leaving nothing but an early glow of the emergency lights. I hit the reset button. After a few seconds, I hear a quiet hum. The lights switch back on. They race back up to the main hallway. Detective Grucci stops me as soon as I reach the top of the stairs.
Kid. There's nothing you can do now.
What do you mean? Detective Grucci glances at the office door with Sophia exits. She looks pretty shaken. Nakuki in her side, supporting
You were right
her.
about Mr. Rotten. He's dead.
Oh, he's dead! I guarantee it's that reporter. The reporter had the interview with him, and she's drugged him and killed him. What? What happened?
He was already dead when we got there. Sophia tried to revive him, but...
Nakuya stops and glances at Detective Grucci uncomfortably.
I stopped her. It was too risky. It's not important.
What do you mean? He's poisoned! And she would have got poisoned as well. Detective Grucci approaches Sophia and places her hand on her shoulder.
I know you're upset, but we need to contact the police. My phone isn't getting any signal.
But I've got special powers. I can find out what
All
happened to him.
signal is blocked off in this place. Mr. Otten's orders, of course.
Is there a landline I can use then?
In there.
Sophia lets go of Nakuya and numbly points
I'll
at the
show you.
sturdy door. As the two of them leave, Limai approaches us. Any sign of her just stressed before she had disappeared. Her expression is
He's
classic.
gone.
Yeah, Nakuya, what happened in there?
Well,
Nakuya shifts back and forth and he's not sure he should be saying anything.
Nicola checked his pulse, but he was already dead.
You said Sophia
Yeah,
tried to revive
She
him?
was going to use CPR, but Detective Gursky stopped her. He said that Mr. Otten looked like he had been poisoned, and she might get poisoned herself if she tried mouth
See?
to mouth.
See what that's exactly what I said. Ha 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 ha. Nakuya sighs. It's pretty shaken
We should
himself.
tell Aki what happened.
But we don't know if it was she. She's come. Limi turns towards the staircase just as Aki reaches
Hey,
the
what
top.
happened? The lights went out for a moment.
Mr. Autumn died.
How?
Poisoning, it
Did you read
seems.
his last moments?
I'm afraid not.
What
Grucci
about
won't let me
you?
in there.
Did you see it?
Aki turns to
I got
Kira
it.
and he nods.
Good. Then we'll take a look at it later.
Detective Grucci exits the study with Sophia. She appears to have calmed down, but her body still trembles every time she
The
breathes in.
police are on their way. It's a bit of a drive for them, so we'll have to sit tight until then. I suggest we all wait downstairs. As I don't have any jurisdiction here, it's only a suggestion.
He
But
looks
it's the
directly
best
at
option if you want to stay unnoticed.
He turns and leads Sophia down the stairs, helping her with one step at a time. Aki
Always
frowns
the
as they leave.
gentleman.
Huh?
Anyway, we should probably follow his suggestion and head downstairs. We wouldn't want to get into any more trouble than we already are.
What do you mean by that? Since when we're in trouble?
It's not you.
Aki shoots a glance at him, and an expression on her face and his face makes it obvious she has told him something. I suddenly remember something that was bothering me earlier. Sorry guys, just got a phone call. Just turning that off. Well, you know, Detective Grucki told me that you guys belong to the government. What does that mean?
It means that Miko shouldn't talk so much.
She heads down the stairs before I can ask her anything. Niku follows meanly, but Millie stays with me.
Do
What's
you
up?
really want to know?
About the guys, well, I think I deserve an
Do you
explanation.
want one?
Well,
I'm
yeah, I
parole
guess
for
so.
crimes past. Gursky is our parole officer.
What? Mimi nods once, looking satisfied with her succinct explanation. She turns and heads down the stairs without another word. Parole? They're all convicts? Wait, even Naku? Aki? I could understand, but Naku? I'm not pronouncing their names right at all, guys, but I'm just going with it now. And what about Limai? What did she do? I'm really starting to worry about the sort of people I'm falling in with here. Slow to descend the staircase, measuring one step after another. Maybe I really shouldn't have asked. When I get to the boat, Detective Grucci glances at me with a mild
Glad you
amusement.
could make it. Did you take a wrong turn somewhere? You
No.
okay?
I'm fine. Okay, guys, I'm gonna save it up right now. There we go. And that's me done and dusted for this stream, guys. I'm gonna take a break. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I'm quite enjoying it. It's a good story, visual novel game. It's quite, murder mystery. So it's quite quite good. Once again, guys, this game today was brought to me by the amazing people at Ratalaika Games, ratalaikagames.com. Check them out. Kansei the Second Turn, HD. As I said, it's been available for the Nintendo Switch, the PS4, the PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X. Today, I played this game on the Xbox Series X, using an Xbox wireless headset and an Xbox Series X Tune Squad controller. Space Jam Tune Squad controller, I should say, guys. So, guys, on the Marlboro ratings out of 10, the review out of 10, it's a visual novel game, guys. It's got a good plot. It's a storyline, I should say. Nice little soundtrack background there. Visually, the art looks good. I'm going to give this game a 9 out of 10. On the visual art with ratings, try to do my games a little bit different, like, rate them different. But if you're into visual novels, guys, not visual art, visual novels, I should say. 9 out of 10 for this one. But I have played the first one, so this is a series of games. Kansei is the first one, guys. So if you go to my YouTube channel, I will link this Kansei game, the first game I played. I will link it in the description of this game, so you can check out that game as well, whoever's interested. So, guys, once again, thank you all for coming past and watching. I really, really do appreciate it. Once again, big shout out to Ratalaika Games for sending me this game. Remember, guys, take care of yourself and one you love. I'll ask one more time, guys. If you really enjoyed what you like to see today, please feel free to like me on Twitch, follow me on Twitch, and if you're watching this back on my YouTube channel, please feel free to like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. That's YouTube or Marbrolay at YouTube, guys. MARBROLAY. Check it out, please. Once again, guys, make sure you take care of yourself and one you love. Don't forget to feed your pets, and remember, you're perfect just the way you are. Unless you want to change, then change. Just be you, do you, and you'll be fine. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching, and bye for now. Ta-da!